Okay guys, in this video we're gonna learn how to customize this section of our website, the header section, and insert our logo and site identity. And also we're gonna learn more about the WordPress customization tool, and we need to close our Elementor page builder from here like that, view page. Then we're gonna go for customize from here to open our WordPress customizer from here. Then we're gonna see this menu. Actually, with the Elementor page builder, we don't really need to use that tool that much, but if you're not using any page builder, then you will have to use that one for controlling any theme you're choosing for your WordPress website. So let's go quickly through each of them. For example, we have the site identity, which is that part, your website's name, and you can change that one or even remove it to get your website's logo in that part. For me, myself, I usually get rid of that, and most of the websites do that as well, okay? So we're gonna delete that one in here, and then you have the site icon, which is your website's icon that appears in here. You can see that for most of the websites. You're gonna select an image, and let's select our site's icon, this one for example, for Design Academy Online. You can start customizing that site icon logo from here, and you can see how it looks like from here. Then you can crop image or even skip cropping if you're not gonna do any customization for that. Then you're gonna see it here active like that, and you can go ahead and save and publish. Then we're gonna go back to our main menu from here, and then we have our menus from here, which can control our menu locations. For top bar, which we disabled, and for main, which is that main part of our website, and you can choose for multiple menus if you have more than one menu in here. And for footer, we can choose to select a menu, and we're gonna learn how to do our mobile customization later. Then we have our main menu in here, where we can add items or reorder or even display its location in more than a place, okay? Then we have our widgets, footer widgets, and footer bottom. All of them are explained in the footer section lesson, okay? Then we have our static front page, which you can also control from the WordPress itself or from here to make your latest post or a static page according to your theme. And then you have your front page, which you can choose from here. We set it to home before. And you have your posts page, and you can select this one from here when you create your blog page later. And then we have our additional CSS and custom CSS or GS for developers or people who have their own custom CSS, and they can go ahead and add your custom CSS in here, okay? Then we have our general options, which are most of them about your styling and designing your website, but you can use that part just for your text in here and your website's footer, okay? So we have our general styling in here, when we have our primary color and hover color and main border color, and all of that you can set from here. Then you have our general settings in here, which is all about the layout, and really don't want to mess with that because you got your Elementor controlling that one, so don't go mess with that part if you're using Elementor. Then we have our page title section, which we already removed. And then we have our scroll to top button from here, which is that little button you have in here, and we can customize that look from here or here. You can choose what you like for your website. I can make this one a little bit bolder like that, so it will be visible for people, or you can stay with that one to make it minimal like that. And you can control the buttons styling and look for the size and the icon size, and also you can add some radius to your button to make it more curvy like that, or the background color or the hover color for that button, okay? Or even you can disable that button if you don't like that one, but I think it's a nice option. And not all the themes out there have that, so some people use some plugins to add that button to their WordPress website, and you can go ahead and try with these options to even customize more of that. But if you're using the page builder, probably you're not gonna need most of that styling option. And then we're gonna move to the typography, and most of them as well are controlled from the page builder we're using, but we can go for the main menu for example, and we can change its font from here. For that menu we can customize, and we can use the same font we're using for most of our website, and we can start searching from here. This one actually, Roboto, is so nice as well. You can try this one. It looks nice, as you can see. Let's keep it that way. Try to be consistent with your fonts for the visual identity of your website, okay? And then you can choose the boldness and make it thin or even light or book or anything like that. Let's try the book, for example, and I think it looks nice this way. Then we have that transformation option, and let's make that uppercase like that. Looks better this way. And we can change the font size or letter spacing the way you would like, okay? So you can make this one bigger or smaller like that, okay? And I think 13 or 12 is nice as well, okay? Maybe 13 is nice. And remember guys, I'm using different fonts because I want to give you different options for your sans serif fonts, okay? So we're trying the Roboto, and we're trying the Helvetica, Arial, maybe sans serif, maybe Open Sans, and like Source Sans Pro, and all these nice fonts. So you have many of them in action, and you can see it's not much of difference, but some of them really look cool, especially the sans serif, which could be used heavily for your design. Then let's go back to our menu. We have the typography for logo, top bar, and all that, okay? And you have the font for the footer area, which is important too, because you can only customize that from here, not from your page builder. You can go and change your footer widget heading like that. For example, we got our footer in here, and we can start customizing our font if we would like from here. We can change its family. We can make this one maybe the Open Sans, for example, and then we have the weight of our font. We can make it semi-bold, okay, or even bold. And you can change its color from here if you would like, but white is nice. And then we have footer copyright typography, which is that part you can customize, and you can customize them from here, same options. And then we have our top bar, which is disabled in that page. Then we have our header section, which contains our logo and header media in general. And for that general part, it's controlling this part of your website. You can make this one, now it's on minimal. You can make this one to be transparent like this one, and actually we're gonna leave it that way, and it looks really nice like that. Then we can make this one without that white line. We can remove that like that, and it's gonna look like that. Now we don't see the menu clear in here because we need to change that font color. Now we're going to insert our logo from here, going to a logo, then we're gonna select our logo from here, and I got my logo in PNG format, okay, with transparent background. Then you're gonna see that you can customize those borders. Then you're gonna crop image. You can start with 200 pixels or even less to choose your desired size. Now we have that one on 105, and you can change that width, okay? So for example, I think 105 looks nice. You can try to make it a little bit larger like that for 100 pixels for the width, and you can try to make it even smaller. And those guys are making it so easy for us to change that size from here, because many other themes don't have that nice option. So you have to keep trying different sizes, then you will be uploading them to your library and go try and error. But with that nice slider, you can actually choose a size you would like. And if you messed with any of these inputs in here, like the max height or anything like that, and you want to get it to 0 or blank like it was, you will have to select those numbers and erase them, then press anywhere with your mouse, and it's gonna be blank like it was before. That goes for any other settings, not only the logos. And you can also review your logo like that from here. And now you can see something that we need to add more space in here, okay? And it's simply done by adding some space or padding from the general settings and add more padding like that. You can add maybe 20, okay? And you can see that your menu and your logo moved 20 pixels to the bottom, okay? And you can review that, and you can even adjust your right, bottom, left paddings, okay? And here we have a nice design hint. When you're inserting your logo in here, some people tend to put their website's logo as big like that or even bigger, and it really doesn't look that nice. So try to make it maybe smaller. See, it looks nice like that, okay? And also bear in mind that your fonts and your brand name is visible, so people can read your website's name and your brand's name, because this is the most important part about your website. And guys, if you don't have a logo ready, I really encourage you to go and ask one as a freelance from any of the freelance websites. You have freelancer.com and you have Fiverr, you have people per hour, and all those amazing nice websites. Maybe Fiverr will be giving you a nice logo or decent logo with only $5, okay? And you can try also at freelancer with some low budget. You will find nice logo, maybe $10 or even $15, and you can choose from many options, okay? So your website's logo is really important for your image. So I really encourage you to go and ask a professional designer to do you a logo, unless you are a professional designer or you are a designer yourself and you can do that yourself through Adobe Illustrator or any other vector designing program. And then you're gonna insert it in your website from here, and bear in mind to be visible and looks nice. And you can choose to make it monochrome like that, or you can choose to make it in its original colors on white background or even black background, depends on your logos, visuals, or colors, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and save and publish that, and let's go back and change our menus color. We have our menu in here, and we have our links color, those colors. We have the link color, and we can change its position also from here. And then we have the links color. Let's go and make that one white like that. And here we have the hover color. So when you go and hover, it's gonna be in blue, and you can change your hover's color from here with your hex color you're using for your visual identity and your website colors. We have to delete all of them first, then we're gonna paste our color code in here. Then it's gonna be looking like that, okay? And then you can control your drop downs styling from here, like we have the width and background color and all of that. Now it's on white. You can try, for example, the purple like that, and it's gonna look like that, okay? It doesn't look nice at all, but just for tutorial purpose, okay? So I'm gonna get it on white, or even you can choose your own colors. You can insert your own color code like that, and it's gonna look as you can see, okay? And you can change that borders color from here. We have the top border color. I can make it even the same color or even black or anything you would like. Let's try the black for instance, and it looks like that, okay? Or even try that color and insert our color, and it's gonna look like that. So you can almost customize everything about your website with the page builder or even your WordPress customizer tool, okay? So we're gonna save that, and you can change the search icon from here like this one. You can start customizing also your search icon and almost everything, okay? You go ahead and try with that, guys, and if you want to go so customizable, you can do that from here, okay? Then we can add social icons to our menu, same like our footer section. We can enable them from here, and it's basically the same like the footer section, okay? We can add our Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, anything like that, okay? So you can try those, for example, and then you're gonna see them in here, okay? And it's important for people who would like to really spread their activities online, or maybe if you want to focus on your YouTube channel or your Facebook page or anything in particular, you can insert it in here, or even insert all of your social icons next to your menu. Totally up to you guys and what suits you the most, okay? For now I'm gonna remove them, okay? But now you know how to do that for yourself. Then we're gonna go back, and for blog and sidebar, we're gonna be discussing them in a total separate lesson when we're talking about our blog posting page. Okay, one more thing for footer customization is to customize our email opt-in form and any other forms that we insert for footer section or any other part of the website. But before we do that in here, I want to show you how to add even more stuff to our email opt-in form. We're gonna go to mail forms, and we have our new form that we created earlier. And we also can add more forms to our form by dragging first name, for example, and last name, and you can add dividers in between if you would like. But anyway, I don't like big email opt-in forms because like it might be annoying for some people to fill many gaps, and also for the design perspective I would like to keep it minimal as possible and it looks more elegant that way. Okay, so back to our website. I'm not gonna save that anyway. Now we have the general options for our website, and we have general styling, and we have our primary color, which is including our button. So we're gonna change that color and make it our hex color code for the color scheme we're using, and make it that way. Okay, and you see it's all changing. If you wanna make it on default again, you can use that button in here, and you can change the hover primary color as well from here, and let's make it our other color for our palette, so it's gonna look like that. Okay, and then we have our form input and text area in here, and we can make that border radius more curvy, and this will also apply to our email opt-in form in here. Okay, so anywhere of your website this customization gonna be affected. Okay, and we can change that border color instead of white and so on from here. Okay, and also we have our label color, which is email color in here. We can make it, but I'm gonna leave it on white to match with our menus, and you can control padding and border width from here as well. So for example, let's increase the width like that. It's gonna be bolder like that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it to 1 as it was. And then we have our theme button, which is controlling every button on that theme, and we're gonna increase its border radius as well, and try to match those curves together. Okay, it will look even better, or even you can make it more rounded like that if you like that look, and it depends on your preference. Both of them look really nice. And this is pretty much everything for our customization for that opt-in form, and it's going to be affected in here the same way. Okay, so after you're finished, you're going to save and publish that for your website. This is pretty much about our customization part of our website, and you can choose the desktop's preview from here, or even tablet or mobile device like that, or you can even hide controls. And once you're done with all of your modifications and customizations, you can go ahead and save and publish all of that. That's it for this lesson. Hope it was clear for you, and you can go ahead and start messing with those options in a sensible way. And if you don't like anything, just don't save it, and it will not be saved to your website. And that's it for our lesson, and see you next lesson. Bye.